Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't posted much in the last few months, so I thought I'll give you an update on what's blooming for me this month. So the first one I have is this BLC Copper Queen, which is a Richard Mueller cross. Richard Mueller by Toshi Aoki. It's bloomed for me before, so you must have seen it in my previous videos. It's a beautiful coppery colored orchid flower. I like the little spots on its lips. Toshi is a good parent. It crosses really well. So does the Nodosa cross. It's a Richard Mueller, as you know, is a Nodosa cross. So here's a beautiful little orchid. The next one I have in bloom is this beautiful Oncidopsis Mendenhall. I think the variety of this one is Big Ben. Let me show you the label. Now, this is a sequential bloomer. So once the flowers on this one goes, it'll put out another bud from right here, and it will keep blooming. And I heard that it could keep blooming like this continuously for about 7 to 10 years maybe. So once the flower is done on this one, do not break off the spike. Do not cut off the spike until it browns and falls off on its own. So don't cut it, just leave it as it is. So once the flower falls, it'll bloom out again. Now this is also, I've heard them being called as a samurai orchid because it resembles like a samurai that's a head with a sword and all this armor. But it's also a thing called a butterfly orchid. So here's the Oncidopsis. It had a spike before that I accidentally broke. So that's why I said do not cut the spike off. So what I did was I left it as it is, and you see it's branching off over here. The spike is coming out over here, and it's putting out a new spike from this where it had broken off over here, see? And I cut off that broken piece, and it's putting out a new spike. So as the new growth comes on, sometimes it will keep putting out new spikes, and it will put on a display, like 2-3 spikes at the same time. It's a fun thing. I've seen it at one of the orchid shows. Somebody had brought it with 4 or 5 spikes. It was really nice, but the flower stems goes all the way up, and they can get really tall. So be careful when you get this flower that you have plenty of room for the plant flower spikes to grow so that they don't hit the top. The next one I want to show you is this Cattleya. It is on its way out, so the flower doesn't look good now, so I didn't get a chance to show it. This is, I think it's Hans König, if you get the label up. Yeah, the label is broken, but I know this is BLC Hans König. It's like a Daviana, yellow with red, but no stripes on its lips. So a beautiful yellow red combination. If you like those, like I do, yellow, I like yellow and red combination. So this is a Cattleya. So grow it like a Cattleya, full light, bright light, not afternoon sun. I'll show you a picture of the flower when it was in full bloom, and I just took it, so try to incorporate that into the side somewhere. A fragrant little bit. The next one that I want to show you is this new little seedling that is putting out a flower. Sorry about that. It's this I don't know what OIP stands for, but this is onolicious. It's a beautiful little I think it's a cross between Oncidium and Miltoniopsis, I think, or so it's requires a little bit of a cool weather for it to grow. And I think it's been a little hot outside. It's been growing outside. That's why it's a little bit, I'm not sure. I think the color is supposed to be a little bit different than what is showing on the camera. But I don't know. Maybe it just opened. That's probably why. But here it is, a little cute little thing. It's growing in the small pot now. And I will transplant it into a bigger pot once it puts out new growth. But right now I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to let it show off its flowers. And here, folks, is my favorite, one of my favorite orchids. It's the Miltonia Sunset. It was a rescue plant because after I got it, I think it got the rot, like the orange rot, which most Miltoniopsis, once they get it, you know, you have to be careful. It's hard to bring it back. So I rescued it. It's put out, this is the second time it's flowered after that. But it's only put out two flowers and one bud. This one, I think, blasted. But I'm glad it's doing okay. I've been looking for it on the internet, but it's hard to find this cross. I don't know if they even make it anymore or... So anyways, I'm glad I got it. This was an eBay purchase a few years ago, and I did put up a video showing the orchid haul after I bought it. So this is my Miltonia Sunset. Beautiful colors, like the sunset colors of yellow, orange, and pinks. One of my favorite. I would definitely say it's one of my favorites. The next one I want to show you is this Bretonia. I'm not sure what the real name is because I got it on no ID. It's a Bretonia estrellata or something like that, or it's a cross between a Brassica and Miltonia. That's why it's a Bretonia. It's also sometimes it's called as Miltasia. So that's a dead giveaway that is a cross between a Miltonia and the Brassica. Another dead giveaway is the spidery flowers that comes from the Brassica. And beautiful little thing. I love anything Brassica and Miltonia and Miltoniopsis and the spidery look. I didn't get any fragrance, but I just love it. I bought this from one of the last Orchid Society meetings, and this is a nice, beautiful flower. Let me give you a close-up. Sorry about the plane in the background because I'm filming this outside, and there's always a heavy air traffic in this area. So this is my Bretonia. This is a new bud that's just starting to open. But I thought I might as well showcase it in this one because by the time I should do it for the next month, this might be already too late. This is the cross. This is Eclandii cross. Eclandii cerulean cross, but I think it's called Cattleya facilis. It's the only bud, and this is a bifoliate Cattleya. And I like the little spots on them, the little dot things. It's a beautiful little thing. I didn't get any fragrance yet, but then I can never tell even if it's a fragrance because these things put out fragrance at different times of the day during when the sun is out, and right now it's early morning and there's no sun now. So first time bloomer for me. It's a recent purchase. I actually got this from, I think, Hamavi Orchid Whispering, which is off of Facebook. Try check them out. It's really a good place to get orchids and spend your weekends. So here it is. The last one that I want to show you is this Sherry Baby Cross. I think this is the Aka. Let me get the label out. Hold on 1 second. It's fragrant, but I accidentally dropped it when I was moving the plants around and I broke the tip. So this spike had broken off over here. That is supposed to be much longer, and it's also done blooming. See, these flowers should be moved. It's been in bloom for a while now. So, but anyway, I didn't want to cut it off because this flower smells so really good. If you want fragrant flowers, this is one of the crosses to get. It's a Sherry Baby Cross, and this should I put out more flowers, but like I said, sometimes it happens when I have to, especially because I'm growing them indoors and I have to take them out to water, and sometimes it just falls if I don't notice it, and then things happen. So I broke the tip off, which is sad, but at least it decided to put out the rest of the flowers out. So beautiful fragrant flowers. The flower itself is small, not that big like the Miltonia cross that I just showed you, but it makes up for it in its by the fragrance and the number of flowers that it puts out. It's a beautiful flower. If you ever want fragrant flowers, this is one of them.